Hi again everyone, Scott Player, Pup Cool Fan here, and in this video, just yesterday, it was the 4th of July, and I saw the Indiana Jones movie, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, with my family. We sort of saw it as like a celebrating the holiday, and I thought it was a fun movie, and I'm ready to do my review for the movie. So yeah, Dial of Destiny, in regards to like how I would rank all the movies, I do think it's a better film than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but I also don't think it reaches the same heights as the original trilogy. And my main reason for saying that is because I think it's a fun film. It's an entertaining film from beginning to end, and you have Harrison Ford back as the character, and easily the best thing about this movie is his performance, as well as a lot of the other actors too. I think a lot of the performances are pretty strong, and Mads Mikkelsen, doesn't matter what movie he's in or what TV show he's in, he always plays a great villain, and I thought he was a great villain in this movie. I thought what they did with his character was pretty well handled, although the way they ended his character at the end of the movie, I guess it was, I mean, I liked how they sort of did it in the finale, but at the same time, I would have liked to have seen something. I would like to have seen like a final battle between Indiana Jones and the villain. I would have liked to have seen that, but we didn't really get that in the finale. And while I liked the third act, it also had some. It was a bit of a weird ending, I'm not gonna lie, with where things went. And I think some of the choices they made throughout the film could have been better. Like, they could have done better, different things that would have made the story a little bit better, if you ask me. But, some of the choices that they made, especially the character played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Helena Shaw, she's Indiana Jones's goddaughter, and I like what they do with her character, and I liked the actress's performance. But there was one choice she made in the finale, which, it didn't bother me, but at the same time, I guess I'm sort of middle of the road in regards to that. And then also another thing about the finale, which is sort of parallel to the original film, Raiders of the Lost Ark, where, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but in regards to Indiana Jones, like, he didn't have much to do. He didn't do much in the finale. And it's sort of true about the original film too as well. Like, Indiana Jones in the original film didn't have too much to do either in the original film because he was tied up. Well, it's sort of parallel to how he's not able to do much in the finale in this movie either, so there's that. And I think it's also a MacGuffin story. Like, a lot of a lot of these movies are. A lot of them are MacGuffin stories, which I know not everyone likes MacGuffin stories, but I didn't mind it, and I thought what they did with the whole aspect of the MacGuffin and how it sort of created the story in a sense, and how all these different characters are after this thing, and because of the nature of what it would do, would be something that somebody like Mads Mikkelsen's character would really want. And I don't want to spoil his character or what his ultimate goal is to get this MacGuffin, because it is something that it is predictable of what he would want to do for his ultimate goal because of that. But I think it was definitely handled decently. It just, I feel like some of the writing just wasn't all. I just think that they didn't make some of the right choices. They could have done different things that would have made the movie better, but still think that this movie is entertaining. Don't get me wrong. There's some great action sequences, some great chase scenes, and that score, the John Williams. He came back and the iconic Indiana Jones theme. You love it. You hear it all the time throughout the film, and it's fun. It's exciting, and I just think that this movie is not. It's not quite as exciting as the original trilogy of films. And I liked how this movie opened. Like the first 20 to 30 minutes of this movie was Indiana Jones still in his prime, back in that time period, around the same time as the older films, in late 1930s, early 1940s, around the same time of World War II. So the first 20 to 30 minutes of this movie is sort of this entire flashback sequence when Indiana Jones was younger, and I thought that a lot of that was decently done, but there was this whole action sequence on a train at night where it was done with CGI, and that's something that's kind of odd, and to see in an Indiana Jones movie, action scenes being done in CGI, because you really don't need that for a movie like this. And I mean, I could tell it was CGI in that scene, but it didn't look bad. But overall, I think this is a decently solid film, and it's definitely worth watching. And I liked the ending. But granted, though, they did give Indy a proper conclusion at the end of this movie, and it's been confirmed that this is considered the last film in the franchise. Granted, they could always reboot Indiana Jones in the future with a new actor, so they could always do that. But as of now, this is the last film in the franchise, and I thought they did a decent job concluding Indy's character and where they left his character with a certain familiar face from the original film, who I was glad to see come back, but I would have liked to have seen her earlier in the film, and what I was saying, they could have done different things that would have made the movie better, in regards to the writing, and also having the character of that character that I mentioned that did come back. She could have been a supporting character throughout the film. I would have liked that more than having Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character, Helena Shaw. I would have liked having more of that other character that returned from the original. I would have liked to see more of her, but alas, I still thought this was a decent film. It has its problems, but it's not bad either. It's a decent film. So if I had to give this movie a grade, I'd give it a B+. That's my grade for this movie, and I am going to be seeing this movie a second time with my buddy Sean this upcoming Saturday, and I'm sure I'll do a video with him probably. So yeah, that should do it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. So this movie is worth watching, definitely, for a lot of hardcore Indiana Jones fans. It's a decent send-off, and who knows if there'll be more movies in the future. Maybe, I wouldn't want there to be, and in Harrison Ford, he's told to play the character now. But if they ever reboot the franchise, they could always recast with a new actor, but I hope that doesn't happen. And there's only one Indiana Jones. And that's Harrison Ford. So that's my review for this movie. I thought it was a decent film. So that should do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.